Okay, let's cover these guys up so we don't get distracted. So this one here is going to get a little bit complicated because I need to break this into 3 rectangular prisms. So I can cut across this way and have one big one on the bottom and 2 small ones on the top that look like they're congruent, which would be nice because if I know the volume of this one, then I know this one. Or I could cut them down and down, and I would have one here and one here that would be congruent, and then one little one in the middle. So I think what I'm going to do, there's no right or wrong, I'm going to cut this way. So I'm going to end up with, let's call this one A, let's call this one B, and let's call this one C, because I need to find the volume of A, and I'm going to add to the volume of B, and I'm going to add the volume of C, and that's going to give me the volume of the entire figure, the volume of S. So I'm calling it S because that's what it calls it. I also know that these guys are congruent, which is nice because they have the same width, they have the same height, and they have the same length. So I'm going to just find the volume of one of them and then I can double it, which will be nice to do. Okay, so I've got some figuring out to do though. Okay, I see the length here is 3. So this is for A. And the width is 2 because all the width of everything on this shape is 2. I had to do some hunting for that. And the height. Now don't get tricked here. You see 6, but 6 is all the way. Now you could eyeball it, but don't eyeball these things. Yes, it looks halfway, but I actually can prove it's halfway because I can see here the measurement of this bottom one is 3, which means that the other side is also 3. Now we got lucky that it was halfway, but I'll say it doesn't always work out that way, so you do want to have a reason to prove it and not just kind of eyeball or guess. All right, so I've got a height of 3. 3 times 2 is 6, times 3 is 18. All right, so I said I knew that these two are actually congruent. So that means if this one's 18, so is this one. And I know that because it has the same length, its height is the same, and its width is the same. So 18 plus 18. Now, and I'm just going to put times 2 here because I ended up not adding. I did it once and then multiplied it, or I could say 18 plus 18. Now I've got the volume of that bottom one, that's C. All right, C, I think I have all my measurements more clearly. My length is 9. My width is 2. And my height. Now my height is labeled in the middle, but the height here is 3, the height here is 3. The height is the same all the way throughout a rectangular prism, times 3. Okay, I'm actually going to do these two first. That way I just think it'll be easier for me to solve because 9 times 6 is a math fact for me. So that's 54. So now I've got some adding to do. 18 plus 18 plus 54. I think I'm going to do my 18s first. I'll do it off to the side here. 18 plus 18. Now I know 20 plus 20 is 40 and then be 4 less. But I can also stack them and do it this way. 36. And now plus 54. 6 plus 4 is 10. I'm going to carry the 1. 5 plus 3 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. So my total volume is 90 meters cubed. Oh, I lost my mouse again. There it is.